Your observations tonight, you come out, great atmosphere, and you pull out a 2-1 win. I mean, what just general thoughts on the game?
Well, I think tonight was a gritty game. It was tight checking. The shots were down. Really happy the way our compete. It wasn't the same type of game that we've been playing, which is feel pretty good that we found a way to come out on top of that.
How important was it, the two mistakes to take advantage of and put the puck in the back of the net there?
Well, it's a game of mistakes. We were in the right spot to capitalize on those, and Johnny Evans with a great finish after a good scoring chance. So, I mean, it's a game of mistakes that we found too.
You bring up John Evans. I felt like he was in a good position all night to make plays. I mean, have you been seeing that all year from him? And is it our first time kind of getting a chance to see that in the sense of him being at every play and generating chances?
Yeah, tonight was a tougher night for them. A different kind of game, right? We haven't had that style of game. And what you see out of him, he's not the biggest guy, but he's got a tremendous IQ. He's got a great stick, and he finds space. So he's been doing that, consistently. But he's still learning. And he's learning fast and learning a lot. But it's great when you have the tools that he has to be able to apply them in the game and get a huge goal.
Come out tonight and the locker room and see this place packed with fans. How much excitement, how thrilled were you to see this many place sold out?
Yeah, the buzz on sort of the attendance started midweek, maybe Wednesday. You start hearing what the number is, and our guys were nervous. Our guys, I thought, played really nervous in the first period. Our energy has been really good all year. It was good in the first, but we hadn't seen it, and we have a lot of guys in our team that have only heard about this type of an environment, and I thought it was great. It's so nice to see everybody back, and the energy and the buzz was outstanding.
The first goal maybe settle things down then?
I didn't actually think we settled down until the start of the second period. I thought we were doing good things. Our energy and our compete and enough fundamentals got us through that first.
Coach, when you say different, slower, more physical, how was it different than prior games?
Yeah, just the space that was available was different. I thought Union did a really good job staying on top of us and checking in all three zones. I thought they got a lot of first touches, which we've been doing very well in touching the first puck and dictating the flow. Tonight I thought Union, was really good at that.
Slight advantage in the face-off for them, according to our numbers. Do you think if that is different, it's an easier game for your guys in terms of puck possession and less of that gritty battle that you were talking about?
Well, I'll break that into two parts. I want to be better in face-offs, and it does make a difference, but I don't think it would have changed. It changes the beginning possession. I just thought that both teams checked very well. It wasn't an easy flow game where there's lots of space and tons of chances. There's still chances, but I thought both teams checked really well. So if you get the puck off a face-off, that is to your advantage.
What do you have to do tomorrow night to get this week?
Well, they're gonna have energy at home. If we fed off this crowd, they're gonna feed off their crowd a little bit. So we're gonna have to, bring the same type of energy and enthusiasm and capitalize on our chances. I mean, that's the difference in the game tonight.
Coach, when you hit a crossbar and the horn goes off and then you immediately take a penalty, how important, we talked about capitalizing on their mistakes, but how important is it to not let your own mistakes kind of snowball, and in that case you didn't, you guys were able to kill off the penalty and keep things as they were?
It's actually a real important moment, that moment, but also these pressure moments in the game where if you underreact or overreact, bad things can happen. And it's the same, like I thought tonight we actually closed the game out pretty well. Union had a good push. We got sticks on pucks. We did some real good things. But we didn't overreact. And I think on some of those moments, the scoring chance, bang, bang, penalties, like, okay. And then we had a huge penalty kill, right? And we had some power play. We worked to get the momentum back. And I think that's what we're trying to get this team to understand, are those momentum moments. But it goes also from game to game, from period to period. So I think it's a really important growth topic for this group.
Didn't want to go black 5.
Something about that save in the third period, the centering pass goes through, and how did it work out? How did it look from your eyes?
I mean, in all honesty, I got pretty lucky on that play. I think a good portion of the net was pretty open there, but you extend a little bit, you get a little lucky, and you take it and move on.
It was a leg and not a stick?
It was a leg.
leg.
Yeah, how important is this win tonight, as we were talking earlier about the crowd here? For you, it's first time, obviously, playing in front of many people at home. What was it like for you on the ice to hear that crowd?
It was a lot of fun. A lot of guys have been waiting a few years to play in front of a packed field house, so it was really special to get a win for them tonight.
They were really hungry out there. They're really getting on top of you for some of those plays. What's that get like for you and kind of in your headspace? Because you obviously can't just stand up and use a glove. I mean, what's that mentality like when you're getting hammered and you have to kind of stay focused at all times?
Like you said, you don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to your head. Sometimes you got to push back. Take your space out there. So, but you got to stay level. You can't let it rattle you.
What do you got to do tomorrow night to get the sweep?
We're just gonna play our game. That's all it is. I got other words.
Take us through your goal and kind of what it meant to get off on the right note tonight with the big crowd here behind you.
Well, I mean, I think their guy just pinned it without looking right to me, and I was just trying to find a lane to the net. And then when I looked up, their guy was way out of position, and I went to the middle of the ice and just tried to shoot for legs, and unfortunately it went in.
Did it look like he slipped? Because you said he was trying to block the shot. I mean, what did you see?
I'm not really sure. I was just trying to handle the puck at that point. I think I was trying to make a move to the outside, and then I looked up and he was just somewhere else. So I skated to the middle and just ripped the shot.
I felt like the offense really transitioned back to the neutral zone. It really didn't spend a whole lot of time. When you guys had the puck, you were getting it in the zone. Did it feel like that for you guys today too, where it just felt like the puck was getting in there and then you were able to work with it?
Yeah, that's what our team preaches all the time. I mean, quick transition and then hem them in their zone. That's all we want to do. I think we did that pretty well. We still can be better though. I mean, we have another game tomorrow and hopefully we'll be better.
You guys blocked 21 shots. Is that the kind of energy and just kind of mentality you need to play with in order to win games in the ECAC?
Absolutely. Like you said, it's ECAC, and I mean, it's a gritty game. I mean, every game is going to be like that, and hopefully we can block enough shots to the point where we can win.
What do you have to do tomorrow night to get the sweep?
We're going to come out a little bit harder than we did today, and just keep the pressure on. I mean, I think they got flustered when we were in their zone, and I think we capitalized on some chances that they gave up.
We haven't really seen the field house like this in a while. It felt like since you were maybe freshman or sophomore year when fans had a full year back. How did that feel? Did it feel good or weird, kind of in a sense, to have that many people to play in front of?
It didn't feel good. It felt really good. I mean, amazing. There's nothing better than when the curtains come down and that the seats in the corner are packed. And I mean, some of the people over there can't even see it. So it's like, wow, you're still paying for a ticket and watching the guys.
John, observations on your first Union RPI matchup and the atmosphere tonight?
Yeah, obviously it's my first experience and couldn't have gone any better. I think it's something that we all look forward to every single year, and for us to come out on top and the crowd be super loud was super fun.
Talk about the goal there. I mean, it's Prokop makes a nice play to break up the 2-on-1, and then seemingly in control, and then also it's a turnover. You put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, the 2-on-1 obviously didn't work out there, and then kind of a weird play, and Muzz kind of hit his stick there, and it bounced to me, and I was kind of walking in, no one around me, and I just picked my spot.
Did you feel good today? It felt like in that first period you had a turnover there, you generated an odd man rush, and you got a shot off. It felt like you were kind of rolling and clicking. You felt yourself today.
Yeah, I think so far this year our line's been generating and just hasn't been going in, and I think these past few games we found the back of the net. So yeah, I'm just feeling good in each game. I think I'm
Great job, guys. Good luck.
How was it nice to hold on there as the unit was swarming and trying to get that time going?
Yeah, I think we played well defensively. I think they had a lot of time in possession, but we limited them to the outside, and it was nice, obviously, to get the win in a tight game like that.